Good morning, class 10. We continue working on problems from trigonometry. We did some work on this basic concept we did yesterday. We talked about the 6 t ratios: sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosec theta, sec theta, cot theta. Then we talked about the reciprocal relations, like sine theta is reciprocal of cosec theta, or cosec theta is reciprocal of sine theta. Cos theta and sec theta are reciprocal of each other. Tan theta and cot theta are reciprocal of each other. Then we talked about quotient relation, like we said tan theta is sine theta upon cos theta, and we said cot theta is cos theta upon sine theta. Then we talked about certain basic fundamental identities, trigonometric identities we talked about. That is like sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. Then we talked about sec square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. Then we talked about cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. Based on that, we did certain problems using the reciprocal relation, using the Pythagoras theorem, and using some basic identities. Like I think till question number 4 we did that. And also we are going to talk about, I'm going to a little bit revise about your 9th course where you did complementary angle problems. Like this is a right angle triangle, this is a right angle triangle, and if I am considering this as the reference angle, this is the reference angle, that means this is adjacent side, this is hypotenuse, this is opposite side. Since it is 90, so this angle will become 90 minus theta. This will become 90 minus theta. This angle will become 90 minus theta, because 180 minus 90 plus theta will become 90 minus theta. If I calculate, suppose sine theta here, if I calculate sine theta, what is the value of sine theta in terms of, we know sine theta is perpendicular upon hypotenuse, so here it will be AB upon AC. Suppose I calculate cos 90 minus theta. That means I take this as the reference angle. I am taking this as a reference angle. If I take cos 90 minus theta, so cos 90 minus theta will be base upon hypotenuse, where base will be AB and hypotenuse will be AC. Do you realize sine theta is AB upon AC, cos 90 minus theta is AB upon AC. They are same. The values of sine theta and cos 90 minus theta is same. That means cos 90 minus theta is sine theta, or sine 90 minus theta will be cos theta. We'll just see it. Suppose I calculate cos theta. Cos theta is base upon hypotenuse, that is BC upon AC. Now let me calculate sine 90 minus theta. Sine 90 minus theta means perpendicular upon hypotenuse, that is BC upon AC. Again you will see that cos theta is BC upon AC and sine 90 minus theta is BC upon AC. That means sine 90 minus theta is cos theta. We saw that. Now let us see what is cosec theta. Cosec theta is opposite of, okay, let's see first tan theta. Let's see tan theta. Tan theta is perpendicular upon base. If it is theta, so this is the reference angle, tan theta will be perpendicular upon base AB upon BC. Here cot 90 minus theta. Cot 90, that means 90 minus theta is the reference angle. 90 minus theta is the reference angle. Cot 90 minus theta means base upon perpendicular. So base is AB, perpendicular is, sorry, I have written perpendicular upon base here, BC. So AB upon BC. So you will see tan theta or cot 90 minus theta is tan theta, or tan 90 minus theta will be cot theta. Similarly, sec and cosec will be related. Similarly, sec and cosec will be related. So sine turns to cos, sine into cos, tan into cot, cosec into sec. Like I will calculate cosec 90 minus theta will be sec theta, or sec 90 minus theta will be cosec theta. So these were complementary angle ratios, which you had done in standard 9th probably, I'm sure, because it is not there in the 10th course now. So these are very important relations, and I will just show you once again with the help of the Cartesian plane. We have two axes, one is vertical axis, one is perpendicular axis. This is x-axis, this is y-axis. The two axes divide the whole area, two-dimensional plane, into 4 quadrants. This is the first quadrant, 0 to 90 is the first quadrant. In this, all trigonometric ratios, whichever angle will fall into this, trigonometric ratios or trigonometric angles from this to this will be always positive, will be always positive. I'm not talking of 0 to 90. It can take a round and can come here 360 plus theta here, which should be 360 plus theta, but less than again here this value. And again it can take the round. So the values, the angle which, the trigonometric angle which will fall in this quadrant, first quadrant, will be always positive. All are positive. All are positive. And when we take sine 90 minus theta, sine 90 plus, when we take 90 minus theta or 90 plus theta, the sine will change into cos, cos will change into sine. There will be a change of sign. The change of the ratio. Sine will turn to cos, cos will turn to sine, cosec will turn to sec, sec will change to cosec, tan will change to cot, and cot will change to tan. But along this line, 180 plus theta or 180 minus theta or 360 plus theta or 360 minus theta, sine remains sine, cos remains cos, tan remains tan. Not important for you just now to understand. The only thing which you are going to, I'm going to try to tell you is that in this, everything is positive. Like, if I said sine 90 minus theta is cos theta, cos 90 minus theta was sine theta. Cos changes to sine, sine changes to cos if the angles are complementary, and the sine remains the same. Only the thing is, sine has become cos, but it is positive because it is coming into this quadrant 90 minus theta. Similarly, tan 90 minus theta is cot theta, cot 90 minus theta will be tan theta. Similarly, cosec 90 minus theta will be sec theta, and sec 90 minus theta will be cosec theta. Now when we come to the second quadrant, sine and cosec will be positive. Only sine and cosec are positive, the rest will become negative. The rest will become negative. That means if it is sine 90 plus theta, when we are doing 90 plus theta, we are coming to this quadrant. We are coming to this quadrant. So sine, we are saying, remains positive. So sine 90, it will become cos theta. plus cos theta. We always take left hand side. We take from the left hand side. Sin 90 plus theta will be cos theta. But cos 90 plus theta will be what? Minus sin theta. Because sin and cosec will only change to plus, the remaining all four trigonometric ratios will remain negative. For example, tan 90 plus theta will become minus cot theta. Sin cos 10 cosec 90 plus theta, cosec changes to sec. It will be sec theta. Why? Because cosec will remain plus. Now, after cosec, sec 90 plus theta will become minus cosec theta. And cot 90 plus theta will become minus tan theta. We are not going to discuss it just now. I have given you these values for your knowledge, but I don't know whether we will be using it or not. We are generally interested in 90 minus theta. One thing you have to remember, that whenever we are working along this perpendicular line or vertical line, that means 90 or multiples of 90. 180 is also multiple of 90. But I am saying odd multiples of 90. When we are working at the odd multiples of 90, that means the line will fall along this only, either this side or this side. So when we are working on the odd multiples of 90, then we change the sign. Sin changes to cos, cos changes to sin, tan changes to cot, cosec changes to sec, sec changes to cosec, cot changes to tan. And sign will depend upon, in this quadrant, if something is falling, then the sign will always be positive. There will be no change in the positive or negative. And there is no negative in this, only positive are there. Sin will change to plus cos theta will change to plus sin theta, 90 plus theta I'm saying. Similarly, now let us see the next question, the fifth question here, because we will be using this complementary angle relations here. We will be using complementary angle relations here, because he says without using table. When he says without using table, that means he doesn't want you to use trigonometric tables, which are given at the end of your book, where your book finishes, or you have separate trigonometric tables, log table. They're called log tables, where you have natural sines, natural cosines, natural tans, natural cotangent, natural cosecant, natural cotangent. But we are not going to use this value, because you can see all the values from that table also. Even in degrees and minutes you can see. But we are not interested in looking at that. We are without using table. Like he says, the first part is, fifth question, first part is sine square 28, sine square 28 plus sine square 62 plus tan square 38 minus cot square 52 plus 1 upon 4 sec square 30. 1 upon 4 sec square 30. Now you see 28, 62, if you add, they will become 90. Here 38 plus 52 will become 90. So there is a complementary angle relation. These are complementary of each other. Either you can say 38 is complement of 52 or 52 is complement of 38. 62 is complement of 28 or 28 is complement to 62. So let me write it as sine square 28 plus sine square, I'll write this as 90 minus 28. Because 90 minus 28 is 62 only. 90 minus 28 will be 62. 10 square, 90 minus, suppose I write out 52. 10 90 minus 52 is what? 10 38. It will be 10 38. It is cot square 52 plus 1 upon 4 sec square 30. Sec 30, we know. What is the value of sec 30? That is a standard table. Sec 30 we know from the standard table. Now what are we going to do? Sine square 28. Sine 90 minus theta is cos theta. Sine 90 minus theta is cos theta, and it is a square, so it will become cos square. It will become cos square 28. It will become cos square 28 plus 10 90 minus theta. 10 90 minus theta is cot theta. 10 90 minus theta is cot theta. So it will become cot square 52 minus cot square 52 plus 1 upon 4 sec 30. Cos 30 is root 3 upon 2. Cos 30 is root 3 upon 2. So 2 upon root 3. Sec square theta will become 2 upon root 3 whole square. Now this is sine square 28 plus cos square 28. This will cancel. One is plus, the other is minus. Plus 1 upon 4 into 4 upon 3. So 4 will cancel because root 3 whole square is 3. And this will become 1. Sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. Sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. 1 plus 1 upon 3, that is 4 upon 3, or 1 is to 1 upon 3. This is the answer. So what we have used is, we have used the complementary relations. We have used the complementary relations. Now let's see the question number 6. Sec square theta minus sine square theta minus 2 sine 4 theta upon 2 cos 4 theta minus cos square theta is equal to 1. So sec square theta minus, let us take sine square theta common. If I take sine square theta, it will be left 1 minus 2 sine square theta. This is left inside, we are taking one left inside. Upon, in this I will take cos square theta. We take cos square theta, so 2 cos square theta minus 1. It's somewhat like the question which we did just now. In place of 1, I'll write sine square theta plus cos square theta, sine square theta plus cos square theta. So it will become sec square theta upon minus sine square theta upon cos square theta, and here it will become 1 minus, sine square theta plus cos square theta minus 2 sine square theta, and upon this will become 2 cos square theta minus sine square theta minus cos square theta, because I am just directly opening the bracket, not writing them separately. I have written the previous question. You will understand what I am doing here. In place of 1, I am writing sine square theta plus cos square theta. Since it is minus 1, the signs will change. Minus sine square theta minus cos square theta. It will become sec square theta minus sine square theta upon cos square theta, it will be tan square theta. This is sine square theta, cos square theta minus sine square theta. Because sine square theta minus 2 sine square theta will give you minus sine square theta. So cos square theta minus sine square theta upon, here 2 cos square theta minus cos square theta is cos square theta, and minus sine square theta. So these two will cancel. Sec square theta minus tan square theta is 1. It is a fundamental identity. Sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. Sec square theta minus tan square theta is 1. Cosec square theta minus cot square theta is 1. So we were able to solve it What did we do? We took sin square theta common, 1 minus 2 sin square theta, cos square theta common, 2 cos square theta minus 1. In place of 1 I wrote sin square theta plus cos square theta. In place of 1 I wrote sin square theta plus cos square theta. And when we sorted them out, we got cos square theta minus sin square theta, cos square theta minus sin square theta. Later on you will study the formula also, cos square theta minus sin square theta. So we did this cos square theta minus sin square theta cancel with each other. We get sec square theta minus tan square theta. Now let us see question number 7. Question number 7 is 1 upon sin A plus cos A plus 1 upon sin A minus cos A. So we are going to simplify left hand side by taking LCM. LCM will be sin A plus cos A into sin A minus cos A. Sin A plus cos A, sin A minus cos A. Now here it will come sin A minus cos A, here it will come sin A plus cos A. Cross multiplication. Sin A minus cos A plus sin A plus cos A. Now this will cancel. This will cancel. We will get 2 sin A, which I want in my answer, which I want from the right hand side. So I already have 2 sin A. The only question is of this. So let us sort it out. It will become sin square A minus cos square A. A plus B, A minus B. A plus B, A minus B when multiplied will give you A square minus B square. It will give you A square minus excuse me, 2 sin A upon sin square A minus cos square A. In the denominator I want in terms of cos square A. So I'll convert sin square A to 1 minus cos square A. It will be 2 sin A. I'll write it 1 minus cos square A minus cos square A. It will be 2 sin A upon 1 minus 2 cos square A. That is what we wanted. That is what exactly we wanted. So this is just, you will realize yourself after some time, it is nothing but manipulation. You are going to look at the right hand side. From left hand side, how are we going to get right hand side? That is what we are doing. And we are using the principles which are known to us, or simple algebra. A plus B, A minus B, A square minus B square. Of course that calculation will be there. A lot of application of algebra, factorization and everything will be there. Now let us look at question number 8. One plus tan square A plus, I am taking left hand side. I am taking LCM here. Tan square A as LCM. So it will become tan square A plus 1. I have taken the left hand side here. 1 plus tan square A plus 1 plus 1 upon tan square A. In the bracket I have taken LCM as tan square A. It will become tan square A plus 1 upon tan square A. So it will become what? 1 plus tan square A is in the denominator. Let me take it out common. It is 1 plus tan square A, it is tan square A plus 1, one and the same thing. So I am taking 1 plus tan square A common in the numerator. It will be left here 1 plus 1 upon tan square A. Again, we are going to do, take LCM. I take LCM, it will become 1 plus tan square A upon tan square A. Please see, your answer is in terms of sign. Your answer is 1 upon sine square A minus sine 4 sine to the power 4A. So what we are going to do is, we are going to convert tan square or tan A as sine A upon cos A. Quotient relation, tan theta is sine theta upon cos theta. So let me convert this. 1 plus tan square A whole square actually it is. So we'll write 1 plus sine square A upon cos square A to the power 2, because 1 plus tan square A, 1 plus tan square A. So 1 plus tan square A whole square, and tan square A is sine square A upon cos square A. It will become what? Cos square A plus sine square A to the power 2 upon sine square A upon cos square A. You know sine square A plus cos square A is 1. So this cos square A plus sine square A will become 1. And it will become 1 upon cos to the power 4A. Because cos square A to the power 2 into, if I take it up, it will become cos square A upon sine square A. If you take it up, it will become cos square A upon sine square A. Now, 1, it is cos 4, it is cos 2, so what will be left here? It will be left cos square A and sine square A. Cos square A, I can write as a what? 1 minus sine square A into sine square A, because your total answer is in terms of sine square A only. So cos square A was converted to 1 minus sine square A, and it will become 1 upon sine square A minus sine to the power 4A. Sine square A into sine square A will give you sine to the power 4A. That is what I wanted to get on the right hand side. What did I do? 1 plus tan square A, I took the LCM here, tan square A, it became tan square A plus 1. I took 1 plus tan square A common in the numerator. When I took this numerator common, what will be left was 1 plus 1 upon tan square A. Because this became 1, it became 1 upon tan square A. Again I took tan square A as the LCM, it became 1 plus tan square A. 1 plus tan square A, 1 plus tan square A means 1 plus tan square A whole square. And that tan square A I converted as sine square A upon cos square A. Here also tan square A was left, so we converted this as sine square A upon cos square A. And then this was whole square, so we took LCM cos square A plus sine square A, which is 1 upon cos square A to the power 2. And here it is sine square A upon cos square A. Now it is simple simplification. Thank you. Now let's see the second question here. Cos square 45 plus theta. Cos square 45 plus theta plus cos square 45 minus theta upon tan 60 plus theta and tan 30 minus theta. Now again just look into them, they are complementary angles. How are they complementary angles? 45 plus theta, 45 minus theta, if you add, what will you get? Theta, theta will cancel, 45 plus 45 will become 90. So these are complementary angles. Similarly, 60 plus theta, 30 minus theta, what will you get? What will you get? 90 again. So they are complementary angles. So I will write this as cos square 45 plus theta plus cos square 90 minus 45 plus theta. Because if from 90 you subtract 45 plus theta, you will get this angle. Because they are complementary of each other. Similarly, tan 60 plus theta. And this again from 90 I will subtract 60 plus theta. If you will subtract from 90 60 minus 60 plus theta, you will get 30 minus theta. So this is 90 minus 60 will be 30 and minus theta, 30 minus theta. So we are writing the same thing. Now it is cos square 45 plus theta plus sine square 45 plus theta. Because cos 90 minus theta is sine theta. Cos 90 minus theta is sine theta. So cos 90 minus theta will become sine theta. So it becomes sine square 45 upon tan 60 plus theta and tan 90 minus theta will become cot theta. Cot 60 plus theta. This will become 1 because the sine square theta plus cos square theta. Instead of theta, I have 45 plus theta. The same angles are here. Same angles are there. So it will become cos square theta plus sine square theta, which is equal to 1. Instead of theta, I can say cos square A plus sine square A, where A is 45 plus theta. A is 45 plus theta. So it will become cos square A plus sine square A is equal to 1. Here it is tan 60 plus theta. And cot is, again I can write 1 upon tan 60 plus theta. So they will cancel. So answer will be 1. So we are using the complementary angle ratios here. We are using complementary angle ratios here so that we are getting in terms of, generally answers are coming in numbers. There is no cos theta, there is no sin theta, there is no trigonometric ratios, there are no trigonometric ratios, only what is there? Numbers are going to be there. Now let us see the third question where it says prove cot square A. Okay, let us see. It says cot square A minus cos square A is equal to cot square A into cos square A. We will start the question from left hand side. Just look at the left hand side. It is cot square A minus cos square A. I can express cot A in terms of cos and sine. How will I write? Like, let me take left hand side. Cot square A, I'll write cos A upon sine A whole square. Or cos square A upon sine square A. Cot square A is cos square A upon sine square A minus cos square A. Minus cos square A. So out of this I can take cos square A common. Out of these two, you can see in numerator I have cos square A upon sine square A minus cos square A. So I can take cos square A common. Let me take cos square A common. If I take cos square A common, what will be I left with 1 upon sine square A minus 1. I've taken cos square A was here, cos square A was here. So I've taken in numerator cos square A common, and inside the bracket I'm left with 1 upon sine square A minus sine 1. Now I'll take LCM here. I'll take the LCM here as sine square A, and it will become 1 minus sine square A. It will become 1 minus sine square A. It will become 1 minus sine square A. So I get cos square A. 1 minus sine square A is cos square A upon sine square A. In the answer I want cos square A and cot square A. I have cos square A and if you divide cos by sine, you get cot. So into cot square A, or if you want to write the same way, then cot square A into cos square A. Multiplication, there is no problem. A into B is B into A. So we got this cot square A as cos square A. What did I do? I changed cot square A to cos square A upon sin square A. Then from the two terms, cos square A was common in the numerator, so I took cos square A as common from the numerator. I took cos square A common from the numerator. Cos square A, 1 upon sin square A minus 1 was left. I took sin square A as the LCM. I took sin square A as the LCM. It became 1 minus sin square A. 1 minus sin square A is cos square A. Cos square A upon sin square A. So cos square A into cot square A, cos square A, or cot square A into cos square A. Now let us see the fourth question. Fourth question is 1 plus tan square A upon 1 plus sec A is equal to sec A. We have to prove. So again we are going to start from the left hand side. Always we start from the more complicated side, which have got more terms, because right hand side has got only sec A. What are you going to do with that? Only I can change it as 1 upon cos A, which may not serve any purpose. So we always start from the more complicated side, which have more terms to deal with and to sort it out. 1 plus tan square A upon 1 plus sec A. Let us take left hand side and take the LCM. Let me take the LCM. 1 plus sec A. I've taken as LCM 1 plus sec A. Or just a moment. 1 plus sec tan square A. Sec square A minus tan square A is 1. We know that sec square A minus tan square A is 1. It is one of the basic identities. So tan square A can be written as sec square A minus 1. We transfer 1 to this side, tan square A to this side. So tan square A can be written as sec square A minus 1 upon 1 plus sec A. Now 1 plus the factors of this. What can be the factors of this? Sec A minus 1, sec A plus 1. A square minus B square has factor A minus B, A plus B. So I take two factors, sec A minus 1 and sec A plus 1. 1 can always be written as 1 square. 1 can always be written as 1 square. So sec square A minus 1 square, sec A minus 1, sec A plus 1 upon 1 plus sec A. So you can see this will cancel. Sec A plus 1, 1 plus sec A is 1 and the same thing. It will become 1 plus sec A minus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 will cancel, you will get sec A, and which is right hand side. We have to prove right hand side to be sec A. We have to prove right hand side to be sec A. So you have to look into the question, what can I do? Like it was sec tan square A. Can I convert tan square A in terms of sec A? Yes, I can. Because I'll write tan square A as sec square A minus 1. That is why with this, with every identity I had made 3 subjective formulas. If you go back to my video and see it there, or if you noted it down, you will see that we have with every identity, like sin square theta plus cos square theta was one identity. Then sin square theta was 1 minus cos square theta, second one. Then cos square theta is 1 minus sin square theta. Similarly, sec square theta minus tan square theta was 1. Then sec square theta was 1 plus tan square theta, or sec square theta minus 1 is equal to tan square theta. So every fundamental identity had 3 portions to it. we could express them in three different subject of formula, depending on where do we need what. Now let us see question number 5. Let us see question number 5. Question number 5 is cosec A plus cot A. Cosec A plus cot A 1 minus cos A is equal to sin A. Okay. Now we have to start from left hand side again, because right hand side is only sin A. It is very difficult to start from a very, very simplified form. We must pick up the complicated part, generally the left hand side. Cosec A can be written as 1 upon sin A. Cosec A can be written as 1 upon sin A. Cot A can be written as cos A upon sin A into 1 minus cos A. I am not touching cos A just now. Now 1 upon sin A plus cos A upon sin A, because answer is coming somewhere in terms of sin A. Answer is coming in terms of sin A. I can't change cos A to sin A, that I know. So leave cos A as cos A, but I can definitely write cosec as 1 upon sine and cot as cos upon sine, and then I'll take the LCM. Sin A is the LCM. 1 plus cos A, 1 minus cos A. Now you will see 1 plus cos A into 1 minus cos A plus B into A minus B. A plus B into A minus B will give us A square minus B square. A plus B into A minus B will give us A square minus B square, which will be 1 minus cos square A upon sin A. A plus B into A minus B is A square minus B square. So we got A square minus B square. 1 minus cos square A, which is nothing but sin square A. Just I was talking about this before this question. Sin square A upon sin A. So answer will be sin A. One of the sin A will cancel with the sin A in the denominator. You will get the answer as sin A. In trigonometry, this is what we are going to do. Trigonometry is manipulation. Generally, it is manipulation, but you will learn that manipulation when you start doing question. You have to do many questions yourself. You see the teacher doing some work, you will get the idea that how do we tackle with them, how do we tackle them. Then what you do is you solve some questions yourself. Until unless you do not solve questions yourself, it will be impossible for you to do the work. You can't depend only solely upon the teacher that what he is doing. He is trying to explain to you the things. He is trying to show you different kind of question. And the questions will be like this only. So, but you got to do yourself. Practice is most important. Now let us see question number 6. Let us see question number 6, which is sin theta minus 2 sin cube theta upon 2 cos cube theta minus cos theta is equal to tan theta. You have to prove this. Again, we are going to pick up the left hand side and start our question from left hand side and go to the right hand side. Like, you take sin theta common. You take sin theta common. What will be left? 1 minus 2 sin square theta upon, let me take cos theta common, it will be 2 cos square theta minus 1. We had told you one thing, that when we were talking about the fundamental identities, like sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So I had also told you, if you remember, and if you go back to my earlier lectures, you will find that I had said whenever you see sin square theta plus cos square theta, you'll immediately put it equal to 1. Or when you see 1, you can use it sin square theta plus cos square theta. Like here it is 1. So what will I do? I'll write 1 as sin square theta plus cos square theta. I'll tell you what is the need of doing that. Minus 2 sin square theta. Here it is cos theta, 2 cos square theta, minus, instead of 1 I'll write sin square theta plus cos square theta. Now what will you get here? Sin square theta minus 2 sin square theta. So you will get minus sin square theta. So cos square theta minus sin square theta. You will get here cos square theta minus sin square theta upon cos theta 2 cos square theta minus sin square theta minus cos square theta. So from 2 cos square theta minus cos square theta, what will you get? What will you get? Here I have got cos square theta minus sin square theta. Here 2 cos square theta minus cos square theta will be cos square theta minus sin square theta. So this and this will cancel. Cos square theta minus sin square theta, this is also cos square theta minus sin square theta. I have not written that 2 cos square theta minus cos square theta is cos square theta minus sin square theta. What do I get? Sin theta upon cos theta, which is tan theta, which is tan theta. So we have got the value what we wanted.